Happy holidays, everyone. If you're looking for stocking stuffers that are fun, educational, and budget friendly, stick around. Aloha homeschooling Ohanas. I am Summer and welcome to my channel. Welcome back to those who have been here before. I am a homeschooling mama to one little, and we are currently in our third year of homeschooling. I wanted to jump on and first say happy holidays, or Mele Kalikimaka, which means Merry Christmas. And I also wanted to go ahead and share with you some ideas for stocking stuffers if you haven't gotten any yet, or if you're needing more ideas on some stocking stuffers that are fun and also educational, and not to mention budget friendly. On our list, we're going to just call them the card items. We have card games, we have flashcards, activity cards. So I'm just going to go ahead and share with you some of the cards that we've given to our child throughout the years, or other children in our family who've actually, we've gifted it to them for their stocking stuffers that they've actually enjoyed as well. First on the list would be Brain Quest Express flashcards. And these range in ages 2 to 13, so they have different packs for them. This is for ages 5 to 6, and what it is that it asks a question and then you have the answer on the next card. Guys, that's my clock. Sorry, we'll be right back. So all right, we're back. The clock is done. She's done right now. Anyways, we're getting back to Brain Quest. So it goes from ages 2 to 13. You have the question. So you have a card with 3 questions, and then on the next card, you have the 3 answers. So for instance, the first question on this card would be, what animal is in the middle? You turn it to the next card, and it has that the giraffe is in the middle. How many flowers do you have in all in the vases? You have 9. So that's how these work. And they also have questions and answers on the back as well. So there are a ton of questions to keep your child busy. But this is really cool that we got as a gift. Well, my child got as a gift last year from his uncle. And it is a Melissa and Doug's multiplication facts gear. Well, it's called math gears, but it's for multiplication, and it is so compact and it is so cute. So what is 1 times 1? 1. And then you move the gear, so like it'll move to 5. What is 5 times 1? 5. So this is really handy to have if you're teaching your child multiplication. And I believe they have subtraction, addition, and division as well. But we just so happen have been gifted the multiplication version, and it's amazing. So the next type of cards would be specifically for children who are either learning a new language or who are wanting to learn a new language. And language includes ASL. It includes maybe learning Japanese, learning Spanish. In our case, because we are native Hawaiians, and also because we're from Hawaii, we want to make sure that we're keeping the culture and also the language alive for our child, being that we live so far away from home now. And I would recommend getting flashcards or activity cards in the language that you want to teach your child, or that your child's learning, or your child's interested in learning. So we have these things called Kumu cards, and they have beautiful pictures and the words that we're learning in Olelo. And it's mokulele, which means airplane. We have moku, which means boat. So then my point being is that if your child loves to learn a language, or if you're wanting them to learn a language, a certain dialect, then go ahead and get them flashcards or activity cards that are related to the language that you are wanting to teach them. They make great stocking stuffers. If you're looking for fun ways to get your kids more active, while not leaving your house, especially because, it's the winter time in most places and it is cold. It is cold, like negative degrees, some places cold, or like right on the cusp of those 0-degree temperatures. So yeah, if you want to, I do not blame you if you don't want to send your kids out in the cold. So if you want to get them moving, I would highly but in a fun way, I would recommend yoga poses, yoga postcards. And these are cute. They have little animals on top, and you have the green cards, which are for seated poses. So this is called a fire log. And then you have the pink cards, which are standing poses. So this is called a garland. And then you also have yellow cards, which are for resting poses. And this is happy baby. So it introduces yoga to children in a safe, comfortable, fun way. And you can type of cards to consider would be sequencing. These are fun. They go up to 4 different sequencing cards for some of them. So I believe it starts off at 3. So you have 3 different pictures that your child needs to sequence. And when they, get the hang of that, then it moves up to 4 cards to sequence. And one is basically like, how do you make chocolate milk? First you get the cup, then you get the syrup, then you pour the milk in, then you pour the syrup in, then you stir it, things like that. And then you drink it. I mean, in not so many steps, but in the card, So, yeah, things like that, or how to make a sandwich, the different sequencing of when a caterpillar turns into a butterfly. So, really cool sequencing game. But yeah, sequencing. On to card games, and these card games are all unique in their own way. So the first card game that I'm going to go and present you with will be compare and contrast. So these are by little people, but you can use any compare and contrast game, and it makes comparing and contrasting super enjoyable and fun, right? So you pick 2 cards from the deck, and then you compare and contrast. So I have these 2 cards. One has a frog, one has a child who is upside down reading a book. So you would look at them and ask, like, what's the same? So compare and contrast games. The next one would be a Disney Pooh's Go Together card game, and this is mostly for those children who are younger children. But my child still likes to play. He likes to look at the pictures, even though he's 6. But yeah, so we find ourselves playing this game too every now and then. But what it is just helping children to learn about grouping, and looking at what goes together. So basically, you would pick up 2 cards. So it would be like you'd pick out cards from the deck until you find the ones that match, the ones that go together. Yeah, that go together. And then so you have wind, and then you have kite. Okay, so people might be like, oh, how do you know wind and kite go together? What if there's a leaf? Wind and leaf, right? Can they go together? That's true. But what I like about these cards is that they are self-correcting. So to find out if what you answered is correct, they form one picture. So they start off with these pictures on one side, and then they have individual pictures on the other side. Put them together to see if they are correct. If they match up to make one picture, they are correct. Isn't that great? But yeah, Pooh's Go Together. For any child who likes trivia or brain teasers, this would have to be like my favorite. It's called Brain Busters, and this particular one is for space. So what it does is that there are questions on top of each card. And then you would pick a card and you would ask the other person these questions like, Pluto has rings, true or false? And then you would have a brain buster. Then you would have Pluto has a glacier that looks like this shape. Is it a triangle, a diamond, or a heart? So they have a set of questions on each card, and then they also have answers at the bottom. But they have beautiful pictures. So again, for this one, it's space. So they have, space pictures. But these, I've seen these at Target, and I've also seen these at Dollar Tree, and they have many different kinds. I think I've even seen like Arctic animals. I've seen rainforest animals. I've seen some with sports. So yeah, last card game on the list might be a game that you folks have heard of. Maybe some of you have already, but it's called Taco, Cat, Goat, Cheese, Pizza. Yeah, and it's a social game. It's fun. It can be fast. It can be slow, and you know, it does tricks on your mind sometimes. But basically you have to, so if you're all gonna go around, you're gonna flip a card, but as you flip the card, you're gonna say either taco, cat, goat, cheese, or pizza. So if I flip a card and I say cheese, but it's a taco, then the next person gets to go. They'll flip a card and they say pizza, and if they flip over a pizza, then everybody has to hurry up and slap the deck of cards. If they slap the deck of cards first, then they win it. It's so fun. It's fun. My child, it's a little hard playing with my child though, because I gotta make sure I don't slap his hand too hard. But yeah, it's a fun game, really compact, really small, and it can fit easily in a stocking. Well, that's all I've got for you. I hope that some of these ideas might help you on some educational, budget-friendly, and fun stocking stuffers this holiday season. As always, hit the like button and also subscribe if you like content like this. And thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it. Happy holidays and aloha, a hui ho, until we meet again.